Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to talk through how I'm going to be training my fishing to 200 mil, but also highlight a fishing method which is going to train up to 3 skills at once. Now, this is something I've kind of not done before because I was more focused on like sailfish or doing things at the fishing hub. However, because I've been training 7-day bond and 7-day bond sort of uses this method very, very well, I thought it'd be a good time to go and show you guys what we're doing. Now, the fish we're going to catch is ghosty souls in the city of And the reason I'm going to be catching these is because it's basically a 15-minute AFK. And with this 15-minute AFK, we can actually train up to 3 skills. Now, to do the 3 skills, we're going to have to do a little bit of archaeology, and you are going to need level 99 archaeology to do it as well, because we're going to have to go and get the bait and switch relic. Now, to get the bait and switch relic, we need to go to the crypt and go and get a death mask. This death mask needs to be handed into Bob, and then Bob's going to give us his cat paw, which we can then offer up for the relic for bait and switch. Now, what bait and switch basically does is every time you catch a fish, it automatically cooks the fish for 50% of the base XP. Not only that as well, if you have the fishing level to catch, but not necessarily the cooking level to cook, it will still cook the fish and it will still give you the XP. Now, to be able to go and get the relic, it's in the crypt section of the orphan dig site, and if you go to this one here, once it pops up, it's going to be the death mask we're going to look for. If you do have the archaeology outfit, you can make it nice and quick, or if you've got some fixates booked as well, you can just use a fixate to make sure that you get the death mask on the first go. So while we're doing the archaeology, I'm going to talk through the method. So the reason why I choose to do the ghosty souls is because of the 15-minute AFK. The spots for ghosty souls, there are only 1. So what kind of stops fishing being a pure, easy AFK is that the fishing spots move. Because there's only 1 ghosty soul spot in the city of it doesn't move, which means you have that full 15 minutes to AFK. And when you're catching these fish, you are then cooking the fish, but you can also be using a Fishermatic or a enhanced Fishermatic as well to gain invention XP. So the 3 skills we could be training in one go could be fishing, cooking, and invention. Now on this account, I don't need to do invention because I'm already 200 mil, but on an account like 7-day bond, fishing, cooking, invention is me training 3 skills at once, which makes it even better. Now, if you haven't got the shark outfit, or if you're looking to get the shark outfit, this could be a really good way for you to get it, because you're going to be getting quite quick catches, because the ghosty souls don't take too long to actually go and catch. But this is going to be probably one of my better AFK work methods, and a really, really solid way to AFK fishing for some insane fishing XP, and also getting basically timeless cooking XP. You're not actually having to spend time cooking. You're just going to get it progressively just because you're going to be sending these cooked fish to the bank, or also eating them if you're in the shark outfit. Now, the only one downside to this method is that in terms of a porter, it can be quite expensive if you need to use a porter to send these to the bank. Even if you are using the Premier Artifact, it can take a large chunk of porter charges to basically do that as well. But again, it's AFK, it's nice and easy, and once we've got this death mask, we'll go and hunt Bob down, we'll go and get the cat's paw, we'll restore it, and then get the relic going, and we'll talk through some methods as well. Right, so we have got the death mask, and we just need to restore it. After that, you need to find Bob and then hand it in, and then Bob will give you the thing we need for the relic. So Bob can normally be found in Burthorpe, and a lot of the stuff on the wiki says he's quite often like hanging around the runecrafting shop. So the runecrafting shop, I think, is here. If we go in, and normally what this sort of suggests is just go and hop around a couple of worlds, and normally you'll find Bob at some point here, or around about here anyway. So I'm just going to do a couple of hops. I'm going to go and find Bob, and then we'll go and hand this in and get his cat's paw. So by speaking to Bob, we can hand that in, and then he's going to give us his... There we go. Evil Bob's cat's paw. So we're going to now go to the campus. Hand that in, and then that's basically going to unlock what we're going to need to do this. So this is going to be the bait and switch relic. So like we said before, this is going to basically automatically cook any fish we're going to catch. So there we go. Fish produced are cooked when caught. So this is going to be the way we're going to get 2 skills done. And don't get me wrong, like if you wanted just to bank your fish and keep them raw, you're going to make more money from it anyway, because raw fish is generally worth more money anyway. So you absolutely can do that if you wanted to. So we're going to take the shark fishing outfit because I want to try a couple of things. So in terms of items you want, the shark outfit is preferable. You also want to take urns as well, because urns going to give you so much more XP. And if you have the urn enhancer, that will be even better as well. So these fish go for fishing bait. So I'm just going to pick some fishing bait up from Caterpie now. And ideally, you want to take a Fishomatic or enhanced Fishomatic because that's what's going to allow you to train your invention. Same with an augmented fishing rod. So a really important thing to do before you leave is to actually make it so you've harnessed the power of a relic for the old bait and switch. So there we go. We're going to harness the power there. We're going to put it in that spot. So now anything we catch is going to be cooked. Now, one thing I wanted to say is you absolutely do not need this relic to do this spot. From level 66 fishing, this could be the best spot for you to AFK fish and use invention to do it as well, whether that's with a crystal rod, a Fishomatic, or an enhanced Fishomatic. You do not need to have 99 archaeology to go and do this method. Now, other things which could be decent, if you want to use things like the big book, spirit attraction potions as well are very good because you can make some money, especially if you've got the brooch. The brooch and also your Grace of the Elves will create spirits. So if you do have some of those potions as well, they will help you earn a little bit from the spirits. And it can be probably the way you're going to make the most money from this as well is from the spirits from the Brooch of the Gods and also the Grace of the Elves. So here is Big Vorkath, so we'll leave him to sleep here. And here is the spots we've been talking about. So here is where you can fish. And as you can see, this is the one spot only for the ghostly souls. It doesn't move, it just stays in this one spot. What I'm trying to say is that with using the bait and switch, you can then make it 3 skills you're training. And especially if you're going to go for 120 or 200 mil all as well, this could be timeless cooking XP. So I would really recommend, if you're playing it for the long run and you're not just wanting to get like 99 fishing, if you want to get cooking alongside it, you do use the bait and switch. But if you're just after a couple of fishing levels or a bit of an AFK to do, whether it's from work or you've got other things planned to do as well, this is a pure 15-minute AFK. So now we're starting to do this as well. So if we toggle the porter and we just click back on the spot, you'll see now that any fish we catch will be automatically cooked. And in the XP drops we're getting, it's going to be counting in the cooking XP as well as the fishing XP. So you see here, the ghostly soul is already cooked. Now, if we turn this to the consume options of the Fury Shark outfit, if you wanted to save on your porter charges, you can now consume the fish. If we go consume fish, and when you consume the fish as well, it's still going to count for your invention. So you're still going to get invention XP and you're still going to get cooked XP. The only benefit from this is that you're not burning through porter charges. This is why the Fury Shark outfit is so important at this period of time, especially if you're training fishing for the long term, is that you're going to save on porter charges on things like this kind of fish, which isn't worth anything. Like a cooked ghostly soul, you're not really here for the money. It's 132 GP each. What you're here for is AFK XP. So if we can train 3 skills rather than 2, don't get me wrong, fishing archaeology is still very good to train at the same time. But the most important thing about this method is you get a pure 15-minute AFK XP. No issues to it as well. But what I wanted to show you guys is, along with 15 minutes of AFK, you can train fishing. It's not going to be the best XP in the world. You're still going to get about 100k XP, base fishing XP. Then you're going to have things like urns, an avatar. If you do it on World 84, you'll probably get a spot with all the boosts. Actually, let's see if we can get a spot with all the boosts. Go to 84. So you're probably going to be pushing things like 150 to 160k XP total, which again is very good for how AFK it is. But if you can do cooking XP alongside invention and fishing, it's just going to make your account progression easier and quicker as well. However, that's going to be the end of this episode. I want to show you guys this as a viable method for 200 mil. I'm going to be trialing this for a while, maybe do like a stint of fishing every now and then. The 15-minute pure AFK is just too good for me to turn away from, especially because I've still got fishing to do. It's a little bit of passive cooking XP and it's 15 minutes pure AFK. That is massive. So maybe in a couple of months we'll do a little update as well of this is how it's going. But for the time being, is this how I'm going to train 200 mil fishing? Probably, because all the other fishing methods at the minute are quite trash. Nothing's really good XP GP wise, whereas this, it's pure it's AFK. The AFK-ness overrides the fact the XP isn't the best. However, let me know what you do fishing. Do you do this method? Does it work for you? What kind of XP per hour do you guys get? If you got any other sort of hints or tricks to throw into the comment section to help everyone out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.